Oh, first one of class. Get my favorite seat in the house. Ooh, the movie's starting.
Tonight is a magical night
What
where
is
I
this?
choose the cat that
Oh,
deserves
fuck.
a new life.
It's cats.
Going to the ball could get dangerous.
Oh, God, so frightening.
Come on!
No.
Let's dance!
I judge a cat.
What's wrong
by
with my
its
hand?
soul.
I've got plenty of soul.
Spotlight. And a drum roll,
I
please.
can't not look.
Here we
But
go!
James Corden, oh God. Judi Dench, what are you doing in this movie? Jason Derulo doesn't surprise me. Oh, how much money did they give you?
Easy cat.
Oh God, ugh. Rebel Wilson, oh man.
Now it is time to make the
Why is it
choice.
so sexual?
Right, well, that's not going to work, is it?
Have
That's what I say to you. Cross paws.
Come, we're about to begin.
I love it.
Almost hacked it and done it.
Dude, where the hell is Tyler? We have our first show tonight.
Oh, I don't know. Saturday he thought it was class and he went in there. He's probably still in there for some reason.
Okay, I guess I'll go find him.
Okay.
Tyler, are you okay?
Meow. Hello there, MCTV viewers. It's your beautiful host, Tyler McWiggin here. Welcome back to another exciting season of Studio A. We're making some minor changes this season to spice things up, and we're also bringing back some old segments. That's right, the Blazer Report, the Desk, Monzo, Foodie Hands, they're all coming back one last time this season. We're even bringing back MCTV Cribs with a brand new host whom I know you'll love. We're even introducing some new segments this season, so there's plenty of things to stay tuned for. We have something interesting for you guys this episode. My good pal Raphael has some stand-up material that he's had for a long time. More on that later. On February 9th, we had the 92nd Academy Awards, but also my first ever time doing an Oscar pool. I will say it makes watching the Oscars so much more interesting. Correctly predicting a winner is so much better when there's money involved. Believe it or not, I ended up tying for the win with our director, Zach, and we got to split that pot 50-50. Not bad for my first time, I know. I did my research. We both almost had the same predictions, but we did not expect Parasite to win. Though. We had no faith in the Academy to actually give Best Picture to the actual Best Movie. At the time of this recording, Valentine's Day was just last Friday, but more importantly, it was also the day Sonic the Hedgehog movie got released. This was This was so that single men, aka Sonic fans, could have a way to still enjoy Valentine's Day. A part of me wanted to see the Sonic movie with the boys on Valentine's Day just for the joke, but in fear of my girlfriend breaking up with me for choosing a blue hedgehog over her, the boys and I went to see it at the latest showing on the Thursday night before so that we could still be watching it in the theater after midnight. So technically, we did see it on Valentine's Day. Now I'd like to have the boys come out here so that we can chat about this insane film that is kicking Birds of Prey's ass at the box office.
It's mean. That movie's fun. I like Birds of Prey.
I have not seen it. I have not seen it, but I'm sure it's great. But man, what a great film.
It was really fun.
Yeah, that was insane, man. Jim, it had really good pacing too. It was like only about an hour and a half. You know, it'd be pretty ironic if the Sonic movie had slow pacing, but.
It was fun, yeah, we had a great time.
Thank God for that redesign. Holy shit, that would have been so bad if they kept the original.
That old design was ugly.
I want the ugly cut, though. I want to watch it.
Hey, Paramount, release the ugly cut, please.
Do it for us.
We want to see. Do it for us. And show us what Tails would have looked like originally. That would have been...
I'm scared.
I'm scared. I thought he was going to go supersonic, but no, maybe they're saving that for the sequel.
Definitely.
You were the only one that thought. We were all like, no, it's not
I
happening.
thought they would have put all their eggs in one basket with this movie, but you know, they were very conservative with that.
Sonic's got that franchise potential.
Yeah. And Jim Carrey, gotta love Jim Carrey.
Oh my God,
Who doesn't love Jim Carrey?
So great. Love that man. Any other thoughts?
No, just give me another one.
Yeah, give me my sequel. I need
I need that sequel right now.
It better be on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
again.
the second definitely needs to be a Valentine's Day again. That's a tradition.
Maybe wait until the third movie for Shadow. I think we still need Dr. Eggman.
Ooh, you're rushing a little bit.
Yeah,
We got Knuckles.
We also could have a potential Mario crossover with the Mushroom World.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yeah. I'm realizing now that we gotta go fast with this episode, so let's Sonic speed it along to our next segment. Roll that clip.
Hi, I'm Jess King, and on this week's episode of King of the Campus, I'm going to find out who really is smarter than a fifth grader. Let's quiz them. Hey guys, do you want to be in a video for Maris TV? No? Okay. Want to be in a video for me? No? Okay. Meh. Ladies, want to be in a video for me? I'm doing a segment for Maris College TV. And it's just a little trivia. Where is the Great Pyramid of Giza located? Egypt. Yeah. You're right. Ding, ding, ding. The Great Pyramids of Giza. What country are they located in?
Egypt.
We got a smarty pants over here. What country is the Great Pyramid of Giza located in?
Africa? No.
Close? Close.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Lots of pyramids and tombs and stuff.
Still don't have it. No, no.
Starts with an E.
You're at? Oh, Egypt.
Egypt! Did I say country or did I say continent? I have no idea. Scratch that. Rewind. What country is the Great Pyramid of Giza located in? How many Great Lakes are there in the United States?
Ooh, I don't know that either.
Yeah, throw a number on it.
Say like 5.
4? Do you want to go attempt to name them?
No.
What are the first 10 amendments of the Constitution called?
The 10 Commandments.
The Bill of Rights! You should know this one. The name of the most famous English playwright is?
Ooh, Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, don't you like study that guy?
Good question, yeah.
Julius Caesar was the emperor of what empire?
Rome.
Yes. They have really good pasta there, right? I don't know. Never studied abroad. How many letters are in the English alphabet?
26. Yeah. Well, you're gonna say 25.
Confident.
24.
Very.
24, but you're right. You're gonna say you can get the other 5.
Who needs an O and a U these days? You know, 24. True or false? Bats are mammals.
True.
Yes. What is the largest biome on Earth?
Biome? Oh, isn't that the one where the guy's like holding up the globe?
No, desert.
Oh, biome.
Right?
Like a biome.
Like an area?
It's not desert, but that's a biome.
Water.
Yes. The ocean. Marine time is what the Google called it. In what state is the Grand Canyon located?
I know this. Nevada.
Arizona. Yeah. Maybe I'm the one who's been wrong this whole day.
Is it really?
Psych! What are the 3 branches of government in the United States?
Oh, legislative. I know this. Judicial.
One more.
I always forget the last one.
You run stuff in the Oval Office?
Presidential? Is it actually called presidential or no?
But it's a different word. Who invented the light bulb in 1879?
Thomas Edison.
Ding ding ding! What is the term for a word that has the opposite meaning of another word?
Antonym.
Center field writer. He won't get that wrong. And where is the Grand Canyon located?
That's in Nevada, right?
Arizona. Actually. Got him! What is the largest biome on Earth?
I have no idea.
We're making a phone call. Who are you calling?
Danielle.
Hello?
Hi. What is the largest biome on Earth?
The largest what?
The largest biome on Earth. I'm doing a trivia for Marist College TV.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, wait. Explain what a biome is.
Like a biome is like a forest, a tropical rainforest. I think that's the same thing. A tundra.
Like, what's the biggest one in the world?
Like type of land. You know, an ocean's also one.
Oh, an ocean. So maybe what's the biggest ocean?
Yeah, but you just need to say ocean.
Ocean.
That's the
it's
right
an ocean.
answer.
Oh, it's an ocean. Thanks, Danielle. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Danielle. I appreciate it too. The process by which plants eat and make energy is called. Oh my god, I know this. Think back to 5th grade. I know this. It's when the light hits. Oh my god. We're on to something here.
It's really killing me.
Starts with a P.
Oh my god. I really forget what it's called.
It's a big one. Some people take these things and post them on their Instagram, but the first part of that word is also called.
I can't do this. I'm binding.
She just walked into the library, I asked her questions, and then she just walked back out. I literally stunted the educational growth of students here. I think I can call today a success.
The Oscars were huge, so we are going to talk about how we feel about the winners and if we liked who won. But first, joining us tonight to talk things trending, we have my good friend Zachary Boudreau and my other good friend Ben Ward.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
Very happy to be here,
Always
of course.
Pleasure. Yes. So, wow, we got a lot to talk about. I guess we could go right into talking about Parasite, which swept all of the big awards. This was when I knew that Parasite, when we were doing that pool, and they did original screenplay, and Parasite won that, I knew, I was like, all right, I got all of those wrong, because Parasite's probably going to win all of them.
Yet you still won the pool.
I still
tied the pool.
I got 20 out of 24 awards.
I'm still mad that you took my money.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that after the show.
Yeah. I didn't take it all.
Outside.
I only took half of the pot. But yeah, so Dan, and I love his acceptance. I love Bong Joon-ho's acceptance speeches.
Every speech he has a quote.
Genuine.
Every single one. Sundance, I think, he was like, let's all go home. And then Golden Globes, what did he say? Oh, the subtitle, he was like, once you get over the subtitles. And then every single one, he was like, I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink more.
Yeah, that was all the Oscars were like him, I'm going to drink.
Most relatable moment, I think, part of the Oscars.
Yeah. And then they did. They drank in Koreatown until
his
5
acceptance
a.m.
speeches simple. He didn't try to go so long. And he was just very appreciative of the wins. And then once he started winning more, he just talked about filmmaking in general, and he gave Martin Scorsese a shout out.
Did you guys see when he landed in Korea?
No,
people were cheering for him.
Yeah, I'd be cheering if I was there.
He did a really good job.
That's so insane. I think that was that's the first time a film not in the English language won Best Picture.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Yeah,
it was, in my opinion, the best movie that was nominated there. I still have to see some of the other movies that didn't get nominated, but I so far out of the ones I've seen, Parasite was the best of the year for me.
Yeah. Well, talking about things that weren't nominated, should we go into snubs now? There were
I think
quite a lot.
we'll save snubs for
we're saving snubs
saving
for the end?
snubs
All
for
right,
next
let's save 'em.
segment. We're just talking about the actual winners.
Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix. I don't know.
Winning
I can't think of
Interesting
anyone else
speech.
who could have. Yeah, his speeches are always
His speeches
a little
this
wacky.
year were definitely not not the best. His Golden Globes speech, he was obviously plastered for that one.
Oh, I didn't even see that actually.
Oh my God, it was bad. They
watch
were
it.
like cutting him like every single second because he was cursing so much on camera.
You couldn't hear half of his speech.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I honestly loved him in Joker. He was great. I don't think
he was really
Dedication for the role.
I don't know
too.
anyone. I don't know anyone else I would have given it to, but him. Yeah, but everyone else did a great job. It's a challenging year for like actors and just movies in general. There's a lot of great ones.
I would say definitely one of the best years of film we've had in the past
Definitely.
5 years, I would say.
Oh my gosh, definitely. And like a
Since
lot of
2015.
actors
Last year
giving.
was so awful. Like this year really made up for
was
the
not
horrible
having
Oscars last year.
And I also think we got like some great comebacks from actors in terms of films. Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that got
That's
snubbed.
not
That
going
got
up too.
subbed.
That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now Adam Sandler said since he got snubbed, he's going to make like the worst movie he's
Yeah.
ever made. So
Brad
that's
Pitt
scary.
also won supporting actor
For Once Upon a
Loved
Time.
Rightfully
that.
so.
Rightfully so.
Yes. Very good.
Honestly, like he should have been nominated for like just main actor because he wasn't really a supporting role.
Yeah.
But if he
Yeah.
was not, if he wasn't nominated for supporting role, he wouldn't have won. So
I will say
I'm glad
about-
he was able to win the Oscar.
About the best actor category, I thought that Roman Griffin Davis, who was JoJo and Jojo Rabbit, should have been nominated because I think that.
That's
like,
one I still have to see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I
Yeah.
watched that 2 days in a row. The first time I saw it, it was incredible.
I did predict that win too for the adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just want to rub it in.
Yeah.
I also thought that Laura Dern did not do as well as Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story, as well as Scarlett Johansson in
agree.
Jojo Rabbit. I
Yeah.
thought Scarlett Johansson should have won Best Supporting Actress.
I think there was
That,
some
to me, I was like-
big. I think there was at least one really big snub in the main actress category, but we'll get on. I'll talk about that when we get to that.
Okay. Interesting.
What else? Oh, original song. I love that Elton John song. I mean, you have to. You knew he was gonna win. I mean, he's been hosting an Oscars after party for like 30 years, so they gotta give it to him. Original animated feature, Toy Story 4. That was a hard one. I don't think this was a great year for animation.
No. I didn't see Toy Story 4.
I didn't see
I
it
went with
either.
I went with the safe bet with Pixar because they
me
They
too.
usually sweep
I-
when it comes to animated pictures, except 2018 with Into the
Spider-Verse. That was like the one good
great.
movie that was
Yeah.
nominated last Oscars.
Really good.
But yes. Anyway, let's move on. This week on X Goes with Everything, Evan tests if garlic goes with everything. Enjoy. I don't think vampires are gonna work.
X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you.
Bullshit! Alright. Welcome back to X Goes with Everything. I'm Studio A friend Evan. Last time we had Jalen doing peanut butter as his Goes with Everything. This time I've got here with me a banana and garlic to go with everything. So let's jump right into it. Now I'm not really much of a banana person, so I'm gonna try to open this. Hold. Whew. Got it. Ooh, it's squishy. This is fine. I don't think I've ever actually eaten like a whole banana before. We don't need that. That can go in there. What is it? This is gross. Why do we eat these? Ugh. And garlic time. Garlic and banana. It goes with everything. I swear. It's gonna be great. Good, good.
You gotta get it like really in. That really, it brings out the flavor when you do that. Kind of, what is that, basting, I think? It's wonderful. It really, it's gonna be just, you'll want to try this. It definitely. Oh, now it's slippery. All right. It's all over the place. Here we go. Got a lot of the banana, didn't get so much of the garlic, which is quite frankly shocking. We're going to do a little bit of this, and we're going to try that again. There's some more garlic in there now. I mean, it's a pretty basic dish. I think it's pretty simple for, you know, the viewers to make at home. But I would recommend it. Like I said, not really a banana person, but I am a garlic person, so that's a thumbs up. Quality food. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I'm gonna try one more thing because I feel like the banana's still really overpowering, which is, wow, bananas are strong. Ooh. There's a lot more garlic juice than I thought there would be. All right. Bon appetit. That's done. That, right there. Best way to enjoy both the banana and garlic at the same time. Just like it's like a chips and salsa sort of feel. That's what we're going for. Definitely, definitely. I'll get this cleaned up and I'll be right back. So, we'll be back next time. We're bringing in John Manzo and his X Goes With Everything. That was gross.
Keeping with the movies, the nominations came out when we were on break. So now let's talk about the snubs and the movies that really did not deserve to be nominated. I think right off the bat, there's a couple big ones. Mainly, I think Uncut Gems was snubbed for Best Picture and Best Actor. Adam Sandler, I think that was the second best performance of the year. He might be tied with Joaquin for me. That was such a good comeback performance.
Oh, definitely.
That he really deserved a nomination, and I wouldn't have even been mad if he won over Joaquin.
I felt like that would have been a rightful win in terms of just performance.
Can you imagine Adam Sandler winning an Oscar?
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God.
That acceptance speech, I would love to see that.
That would have been so good to see. Yeah, and it's, you know, when the movie's good, when it's just so intense. Like, the only time you relax is when the movie ends.
Yeah,
and you're like,
exactly.
Jesus.
That movie should have been nominated for sound mixing too, because holy shit, everyone's talking over each other in that movie.
Yeah.
And that doesn't normally happen. And it's just that just stresses you out even more because all these people are yelling over each other. It's
Did it
so
get
cool.
no nominations whatsoever?
No nominations. Nothing. At least at least The Lighthouse, which is another huge stub. At least that got cinematography.
Yeah,
I guess
and everyone knew it wasn't going to win it, even though it was definitely a runner-up.
Probably should have. I don't know. 1917 was good. I like the whole one take gimmick, but
I think they kind of did.
I still have to see The Lighthouse, but just looking at the trailer, it looks beautiful. Like
It's
so
amazing.
It was
That cropped.
such-
I don't even know. Is
yeah.
it like a 3:2 format or something?
Something
Yeah,
like
they
it really
filmed
like
it for that, like specifically.
yeah, it like pushes them together. They're very uncomfortable living in this space together. Sometimes they actually are in fist fights, and sometimes they're
Yeah.
like kissing
Oh, wow.
and stuff.
It's
and it's just
so
like
weird.
they're pushed together so much. You know,
Speaking of
sometimes like,
Lighthouse, Robert Pattinson, Willem Dafoe got snubbed, especially
Yes.
Willem Dafoe. I've heard a lot of great things about Willem Dafoe in that movie. And
Yeah.
he should have been nominated for
Definitely.
supporting, or even main. I don't know how much he's in the movie, but
yeah, it's kind of the same deal with Once Upon a Time.
they're both
like,
Yeah.
pretty much the stars.
But I
Okay.
always, I always felt like I saw more of Willem Dafoe than Robert Pattinson, but you can never really
They're both,
tell with the films.
Side note, can't wait for Batman. I
Cannot wait for
to
Batman.
see him.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's gonna be
gosh.
interesting.
That test footage
The new
was
suit
so
looking
good.
good. Bringing it back,
Yeah.
I would say, so I mentioned that there was a huge snub for Best Actress. I think Florence Pugh got a huge snub for
Midsommar.
Midsommar.
She was good.
She should have been nominated for that movie instead of Little Women. Now, I did
she was
not
nominated for supporting
actress in Little Women. I think her performance in Midsommar was just so much more like visceral and like intense, and that whole movie got
That
snubbed.
whole movie was incredible.
I love that the Academy was like actually giving Oscars to films that deserved it this year, but like they got to work on like how they view horror movies, because they just, for some reason, they just do not like horror movies, even though there are some really great ones.
I'm not a fan of horror. Like when I went to see Midsommar, I was really nervous going into it, and then it was fine. It wasn't.
I
really
watched
very
that.
scary,
I finished that at like 4 a.m. at night in my room alone, and that was a little creepy.
It's more like
but
thriller.
That's when you flick the lights back on.
I watched it with the lights on.
Yeah.
It was creepy. So many weird moments, but it was good. It's really good. I think Hereditary the previous year got snubbed for a lot of awards. Toni Collette was probably the best performance that year.
Yeah.
What about some movies that didn't deserve nominations? I'm going to give a hot take here. Little Women for Best Picture. I don't think.
Wow. I would have gone Two Popes for Best Picture. I think
just
Two Popes
just on the sole fact that it has been adapted to death already.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's a story that we've seen multiple times. How many times can you adapt the same story and do the thing over
I had
again?
literally never heard of Little Women until this iteration.
Really?
So
There's an
everyone I talked
anime-
to
there's
were
an
like,
anime
There's
version."
5 different versions, and this one's the best. But still, I was like, this
Now,
is the first time I've seen
admittedly,
it.
I did not see it, so I can't comment on everything. But
Tyler.
I feel like you could have opened that spot to other great movies like Uncut Gems and like.
I think
other
the
movies.
Two Popes should not have been nominated for Best.
I did not see
Picture.
that.
I'm sorry
I did
to
see
the
it.
gasps.
I just
but
didn't think it was that
it
good.
didn't.
Oh, Irishman I did not like The Irishman. to be
I
honest.
like the Irishman.
It was
I
a
thought
touch on the long side, but I
yeah, it was.
enjoyed it.
It was
you know?
long. It was long.
See, that's the problem with
Somewhat
streaming
long.
services coming out with movies. You know, they're so used to like having those really long like TV shows, and then you can just leave and come back to it. When I feel like a movie should really be enjoyed in one sitting, so
Me
you can
too.
really experience the story.
Did you guys do The Irishman in one sitting?
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
All of us. All right.
It
Let's
was
do
it was very good.
We got to wrap up here. I will say, what's her name?
Greta Gerwig.
From what I've heard, she probably did deserve a directing nomination.
I also think I'm not sure.
But I still have to see it, so I can't comment
You should
on
see
that.
it. I'm not sure of the name. I can't remember her name, but the director for The Farewell, which was the movie with Awkwafina.
Right.
She should have gotten nominated as well.
Definitely.
Honey Boy was directed by a woman too. That
Was
was
it?
another.
I didn't
Honey
know that.
Boy,
I haven't seen it.
I think Honey Boy was also a huge snub. It's on Amazon
yeah,
Prime if you guys haven't watched it. Please
I
do.
heard. I'm gonna see it. I heard it's great.
It's so good.
But let's wrap that up. There's some snubs, some maybe miss nominations, but overall I think it was a good Oscar award ceremony. But I'm interested to see next year's. Also, a big event this month. The Super Bowl was a big thing that happened. Who wrote this? And Studio A correspondent Maggie Roach went out and decided to test people's football knowledge. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Maggie, and I'm your host for MCTV's Game Show Spectacular. This is our second season, and we're going bigger than ever before. We have a cat now, and he's a star. So we're going to be talking about a different kind of stardom, one of the sports kind. So stay tuned for our new episode. say your name, your major, and what's your favorite sports team?
Hi, I'm Caroline Fisk. I'm a journalism major, and my favorite sports team is the Yankees.
Ooh, theme trivia today.
All right.
So our first question is, which famous lawyer parent was working for O.J. Simpson?
I know that.
There's a reality show involved.
Kardashians.
Yep.
Yep.
Robert Kardashian.
Yep.
Good job. Okay. Our second one is, what was O.J. Simpson's getaway car when he was driving in that speedy chase?
I'm gonna have to say a Porsche.
It was a Ford Bronco. It was white. Remember that day very clearly.
Okay.
And finally, what was O.J. Simpson's biography titled?
O.J. Simpson?
It was titled If I Did It, which I think is an excellent thing. And I have one final challenge for you. I have a glove that I'd like you to try on.
Okay.
And if it fits, you go to MCTV jail. How would you say that fits?
Barely.
I think we'll give you that. You could go free.
Oh.
You're a free person.
Oh my god.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. I didn't want to go to jail.
You were on Wheel of Fortune, right?
I was,
How does this experience compare?
Well, this experience was, a lot more traumatizing for me in the fact that, I don't really know sports as well as solving puzzles, so, I really just had to think on the spot and say whatever the first thing came to my mind.
Production value is the same, right? Like everything. I'm just as good a host.
Yeah, you're just like Pat Sajak.
Yeah, that's my goal.
It's just like me last year in LA.
Yep.
No difference
Very
whatsoever.
reminiscent.
I'm reliving in the moment.
Well, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
And thank you all. Goodbye. Okay.
For our final panel topic this week, we are taking a break from movie talk and talking a bit about presidential campaign memes. It's being reported that Bloomberg paid some meme accounts to make him a meme for some ungodly reason. Let's talk about how elections are now won with shit posts. I admittedly do not know much about this topic, but
I saw screenshots of him DMing these meme accounts, and I was sure it was
when you're
fake.
the cool candidate.
And then I was informed by Andrew Gerber that it was actually real.
It's actually real,
and it blew my freaking mind. He wants to connect to the young folk or something. I don't know. He's spending
I love how the guy
millions
answers
on it.
yeah, that'll be $1 billion. And he's like, what's your Venmo?
I gotta say, that's genius. Even just those screenshots and knowing that they're real is genius.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna vote for him, but apparently he's been rising the polls because of it, or I guess because of a lot of reasons, but maybe that's one
10
of the
meme
reasons.
pages that I follow have all posted screenshots of Mike Bloomberg contacting them, wanting to be the cool guy president.
The cool president.
One was
the
like,
cool candidate.
well, you have to be smoking weed. Or do you smoke weed? And he goes, no, I don't. And he goes, too sketch for me. I gotta go. And they still posted it.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Imagine you're the owner of that meme page too, and you just get
that's
DM from Michael Bloomberg, the governor of
from
New
a
York.
billionaire who just contacts you.
On the topic of memes, one of my favorite ones is the one little clip of Joe Biden saying Joe Biden is a rabid dog that deserves to be beaten to death by a stick.
I have not seen that.
I think it was from one of the debates, and I think he was quoting something that North Korea said about him. I don't know, but people just took that one sentence and then just posted and made it into memes.
No surprise. And then we got the Bernie Sanders.
That one's been going
once again asking for your
hotcakes.
financial support. I love that.
And what's the best is when memes collide. You got Baby Yoda and that
Baby
meme
Yoda.
Joining together. It's the best.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, memes. So why don't we just talk about the morality or the ethical nature of these candidates?
Do we think it's
memes?
right that Bloomberg
is, it right?
is trying to?
I mean, they're trying a little. From my point of view, they're trying a little too hard to try to connect with the young folk. and it's very cringy. I think.
Also, I feel like the young folk that like have like follow the meme accounts, they don't care about presidential elections until like the day comes and they're like, oh shit, I gotta make a decision.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're not like a political science major.
Yeah.
I would say I don't like to talk too political, but I would say keep politics political. You know, don't get into this whole. But then I also think from the other side, like wow, memes are becoming like a very lucrative kind of business model in some ways.
They're like
something
showing
like
on
that,
like news channels now, especially.
I don't want politicians injecting themselves into my memes. Like I want to be able to scroll through Instagram, look at some funny memes, and not have to see a presidential campaign from Michael Bloomberg.
Oh my God.
Or Bernie asking me for more money.
Yeah, those are good.
Isn't your whole thing trying about like how money? Isn't your whole campaign based on how money's bad? Like, why are you asking for more?
Gotta stay relevant, I guess.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, real quick, shout out to Andrew Yang, who's from my hometown. Love that guy. I'm sad that he's gone. You know, I don't really know anything about his politics. I heard that he was trying to give $1,000 to every American.
Universal basic.
Hard to do that.
But he's from my hometown, so fuck it. You know, I love him.
All right, well, thanks a bunch, Zach and Ben, for hopping on the panel this week. More to come when we come back. And let's move on to our next segment.
So we all know the video. It's this.
Corn on the cob. But instead of the corn bone, it's a hot dog.
We're gonna recreate it. I think we have a better method. I've got some tools for us. So we're not doing it on his table. We have these, which we can also use later for the corn. We have hot dogs. Oh, I should explain what we're doing. This is corn on the cob, but instead of a corn bone, it's a hot dog. You ready?
I guess so.
Alright, my method. I'm thinking what we should do is you have the hot dog, you have this. The hot dogs go on to the chopsticks. I didn't have skewers, so we're just gonna have to make it work. Do that. And then in the original video, it was just kind of like all lumped onto there.
Yeah.
We need a way to just make it stick. So I was thinking if you have pieces of spaghetti and you break it up into pieces and you like go through the hot dog like a skewer, and then you can attach them that way.
Oh my god.
I've never used those chopsticks.
Is it really?
Okay. I hate this already. I hope no one ever sees this. Alright, we'll probably have to break it into pieces that are like this big. And then what we'll do is we'll have it go like through, like that. And then the corn will go on each edge. So I think what we'll have to do is you'll just have to start with like building the bones.
Okay.
So
this is like arts and crafts.
There you go.
But like with food.
Yeah.
And it's really gross.
To be clear, we are not eating
I'm
this.
not eating this.
No, the plan was never to eat this. This is just an homage to one of the greatest internet people to have existed.
Very true.
My hope is that she sees this somehow and she just says,
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
So I just realized that this was a cooking video, Sam, and there's only one thing that goes good with a cooking video. Okay. We did originally, like, she has the chopstick still on hers. I took mine off because I started to get to the lower part.
Sam's doing like really good at putting this hot dog together.
Thank you, Andrew.
could be done. I just.
But it's not touching the table. See, there's space in between.
Yeah, Andrew, the hot dog's not touching the table.
I'm not touching the hot dog. Good. Okay, now that we have our corn, we have it open. I guess we'll just pour it into here and then we can just use that as the...
Frozen? Sounds like it's frozen.
It's fully frozen?
Oh.
Yeah, we need to thaw these. Some of them might still be frozen, but... It's so
They're fine.
Oh, it's like falling apart, but yeah.
Okay, you should ask Jalen the same question you asked me.
You see this? You walk into freshman year and your roommate's just holding this. What do you do?
Well, I think whether it was a hot dog on corn or just corn on the cob in general, I'd have some questions.
I don't think it's as bad.
It looks a little uneven on the ends.
What?
Yeah, but...
Well, it's falling off.
Yeah, they got like corn juice.
So
There you go.
That's my corn on the...
Ew.
It's corn on the cob, but instead of the corn bone, it's a hot dog. It looks really good. It looks just like corn on the cob. Review. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our corn on the cob, but instead of a corn bone, it is a hot dog. Sam, thank you for helping procrastinate on my paper.
Yeah, no problem.
And just living life to the fullest senior year.
Yeah.
I don't think we should cook this. We did it.
Guess so.
Jenna Marbles, is this what you envisioned when you made this? Please tell me it did good. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I hate this.
I'm coming for your chair next. It's gonna explode in the microwave. It's gonna explode in 1 minute. We didn't know them long, but they definitely won't be forgotten. Definitely won't be forgotten. Oh no.
For a real change of pace, Raphael is going to come out and do some stand-up. Let's check it out.
Hello everyone, I'm Raphael Beretta. Few bits about me. You've probably seen me around campus at some point. You might have thought I was, I don't know, one of your underpaid adjuncts or a distant relative who failed in publishing. I don't know what happened. One day I was wearing graphic tees, the next minute I'm Paddington Bear. I really don't understand. One time I went over a friend's house. She brought me back to Upper New, and when I left, her entire house was shocked. They all wanted to know how much extra credit she was getting from me. It was an issue. I enjoy my tweed, my caps, my corduroy. It's a big problem. The itchier, the scratchier, the better. I really love it. I produced a short film once. One day on set, one of the actors goes, "I didn't know we had to wear costumes." No, that's just how I dress. Let's get on with it. The beard, you've probably seen the beard. I've been growing it out a while. It's got a lot of benefits. It's a balaclava to keep me warm in the winter. It gives my jaw a little line, you know, with all that holiday weight I've been putting on. It's nice, but there are a lot of foods you just can't eat with a beard. To eat an ice cream cone in the summer, I have to sort of prop my mustache up like this. Forget s'mores, that shit'll live on my face for weeks, even with showers. It's horrible. Little hairs will get in your soup and salad. People think it's pubes. It's not pleasant at all. It's horrible. What else? I have a brother. I went to the prissy private school in town. He went to the local public school, and we basically had the same experience. The kids at my school were rich enough to buy pay-per-view fights. The kids at his school got them for free in the bathroom. It was fantastic. Let's see, what else? I'm 21 years old, but I still hate going to the doctor. I just can't stand the sounds, the clicks. Do you know what I'm talking about, the clicks? Why in a digital age where I can literally do calculus from my phone do they still have to weigh me with some goddamn archaic sliders? It's bullshit. I can weigh myself at home just fine. I hop on the scale, go through immense self-loathing, make a plan to eat healthier, get back to the gym, question every decision I've made. Numbers pop up. It's worse than I thought. I'm depressed. My whole day is ruined all in the span of 30 seconds. It's so easy. Why do they have to fidget with a freaking abacus to weigh me? It's absurd. My father always told me, son, listen, the men in this family have gravity pulling down a little harder on them. We can't help it. The people, the doctor, they can never guess my weight. I go through this arduous torture of watching them guess way too long. Click, click, click. I haven't been that light since middle school. What are you doing? Click, click, click. Then they give me this judgmental look. Click, click, click. You're still moving the small one. What are you doing? Click, click. They're looking at me. Do you really weigh this much? Are you crazy? What is going on? Click, click. Please, nurse, for the love of God, I'm looking at the big one. I know you can see it. Just move the big one. Click. They give me one last look of disgust and horror, and zoop, the big one goes. It's horrible. And they make you watch the whole time. You have to look at it. You have to look while they do this thing. It's absolutely terrible. I've tried facing away, but it's just terrible. The sounds are so recognizable. One time I was there going through this process, they're clicking away. I hear from the other room, hey, do you have Rafael Beretta on that scale? I recognize the clicks. I'll ask him how he's doing, make sure he's all right. Let's see, what else about me? Let's go back to Marist. Like many people here, I've gone abroad. Figured we should get that out of the way. You know, we have to talk about going abroad. Just because we overpaid the school for plane tickets, that does make us better than you. That's correct. We're better than every other student that hasn't gone. Any conversation you have, hey man, do you want some beer? Well, that reminds me of a time I was in Prague. Let's get something to eat. I'd really like some food. What do you want? I've been fantasizing about this paella I had in Barcelona. It was beautiful. It's ridiculous. Everything here is such a status symbol. Even with other kids that went abroad, you're talking to someone, you're connecting with them. Oh, you went, I went, where'd you go? Then you have to give the answer. I went to Florence. I went to Florence, Italy. When did going to Florence become basic? It's the birthplace of the freaking Renaissance, but because all these rich Long Islanders go there, now all of a sudden it's Darby O'Gills. It's bullshit. These kids spend thousands of dollars to fly across the Atlantic, and what do? They drink boxed Franzia, they eat McDonald's, they go to the same two Marist bars. One of them literally has a hamburger and a cowboy hat. It's absurd. You're in Italy. Eat some cannolis, eat some pasta. It's blasphemy. Why are you doing this? Xanax is huge over there too. Literally, this is true. You go to the pharmacy and you order a toothbrush. Bam, Xanax. Are you kidding me? Could you imagine if that worked here? Oh, hi, I need some Band-Aids. Oh, here's some Adderall. Here's some heroin. It's crazy. Craziness. I can't imagine that. I lived with some guys that would get so barred out they'd be spending the whole night with prosciutto all over their face. I'd have to take it out so they could breathe in the morning. Even the tour guides over there couldn't keep it straight. They were always drinking, doing drugs. It was horrible. And this brings me to a time I was in Budapest. We all have a Budapest story in our lives. This is a moment where we're at our absolute lowest. So let me tell you the Budapest story. I don't know if you know what Budapest is famous for. Well, they're famous for their thirst traps. You go to this giant pool that's hot and you sit there all day and take wonderful pictures for your Instagram. That's what you do in Budapest. So I was there, trying it out a little bit. You sweat, you get all the toxins out. There are other things to do too, though. You can take a cruise on the Danube, live a little bit of the high life. So I decided I'll do that. Spend all day sweating, dehydrated. It's brutal. Then we got to make our cruise, but it's February. In February, sometimes it could be minus 20 in Hungary. So I layer up. And I drink a ton of water because I've been sweating all day. We walk down to the boat and I realize there's a problem. I haven't used the bathroom yet, but that's okay. It's a cruise for college students. There's going to be a toilet on the boat, I'm sure. So I hold it in, I get to the boat. Now I'm sweating because of the layers and the impact on my kidneys, even though it's cold. I'm starting to get nervous. I get on the boat. Hey, is there a bathroom? No, there's no bathroom. I ask everyone. I go below deck. I go on the top roof. Nothing. Well, you know what? It's cold. I'll go on the top 2 hours. I'll hold it in. I'll be all right. So I'm sipping on champagne. I'm talking to the French and the British, people from all over. I feel incredible. The boat comes into port. Now I'm really starting to do that hop that you have to do when you really need to use the bathroom. Oh, okay. We're going to our next stop soon. The tour guide's gonna help us out. I just gotta hold it in. It feels like a boxer's been punching me in the back. I'm hanging on, it's all right. So I go with the guide. The first person I see, we step off the boat. I'm hopping, I'm trying to get him to move along. Listen, all right, I know these kids don't wanna walk fast, but come on, we gotta get to this next spot. I really need to find a bathroom. We're walking. All of a sudden, my guide, the person I paid to take me through this Eastern European city in the middle of the night, is gone. Where do I find her? She's behind a truck, peeing in the street. It was horrifying to see. Am I gonna join her? Absolutely not. I don't know what kind of laws they have in Hungary. I don't wanna get thrown into a gulag because I have to use the bathroom. Absolutely not, that's not happening. So now I'm really freaking out. I hail a cab. I don't speak the language, I don't know what I'm doing, but they send me back to a hostel. I'm really sweating, I'm groaning, my face is turning purple, it's absolutely brutal. The cab driver's not doing me any favors either. He's hitting every speed bump he can at full speed. I'm hanging on by a thread, I'm crying, I'm praying to every God that anyone has ever prayed to. Finally, we get to the front of the hostel. My salvation is coming. I'm really excited. I run in. I'm not messing with any lobby bathroom. The door might get jammed. I'm running up to my room where I know there's a bathroom that can work. I sprint up the stairs. I'm running. My hand is shaking with anticipation. I am craving this release so much. I finally get into my door. I bang on it because I'm in a hostel. There could be 12 guys in there. I open the door. My freedom is there. I prepare myself to enter Valhalla. When I realize there is a detail I missed. It is so cold in the dead winter of Hungary, you often have to wear 2 layers. I had another pair of pants underneath my first. So as I step forward, I drop the first layer, my legs get caught on the second, I go flying toward the toilet. Inches away from salvation, I fall. And the moment that my sweaty, bloated, bulging body makes contact with that cold, hard tile, the floodgates open. My salvation is gone. I'm gripping my salvation while soiling myself. It was terrible. It was Under Armour, so it was connected to the boots. That sucker filled up, dumped it in the tub. It's all right, we'll be fine. I hung them up. My hostel mate asked me in the morning, hey man, are those your leggings? And I'm not about to correct him. Yeah, buddy, those are my leggings, and they're staying in that shower, never to be seen again. I ended up telling my housemates this story months later because, of course, in the immediate shame of such an incident, you just gotta keep that your secret. I'm taking this to the grave. But eventually, all right, this is funny, I can tell them. So I go through this whole story, I relive my emotions, and one of them looks at me dead in the eye and says, bro, there's a bathroom right behind the DJ. Killed me. All right, thank you very much for having me, Tyler. Good to see you.
That was some great stand-up. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. I want to thank our panelists, Zach and Ben, for joining us, and Raphael, again, for performing his fantastic stand-up. You can see our show on our YouTube page, MCTV HD, and don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. For Studio A, I'm Tyler McGuigan. Have a good night, everybody.